Everest was newly formed in Season 3. How did this team come together?
I started from scratch again, I suppose, kind of my thing after each season to have to start from scratch. I guess it's a fun experience every time to try to sort of grab as good of a team as you can get at that point in time. But I think it was start out with me and Elmo. I guess that's how most teams are formed. It's like two people, and then you sort of start to branch out and see what can you get to complement your team. We got Elmo, which is it's a Rift player from I think a year back or something. I think he started back in preseason. I think I might be wrong, but yeah, he's relatively experienced and played in like the whole VRML thing. And then Conrad, who is I think he's the only player actually playing on the quest, but he's a quest player from start. And then we start out with Wee Laddie, who was also a quest player. But figured the sort of discrepancy, the age difference was a bit too much there, so we decided to switch him out for Steffo, who also had been playing with Elmo. But yeah, so that's another thing that I've noticed, that it's the same thing with my previous team, the Alpha Ducks. It's easy to get, like, if you can get a pair of players that already familiar with each other, especially if they are doing a stack, if they're like front strikers or something, then it's a lot faster to make them sort of work in the team if they already have a good regrab understanding with each other. So we've had this lineup since like right before the first Challenger Cup or something, so like 6 weeks or something.
What preparation did you do as a team and personally for this Challenger Cup?
I think it's the same thing as we did for the last Challenger Cup, which is I try to find matches, like the most recent matches of the teams we're playing, and I try to look at the playstyle, and most notably I look at the rollouts, because I mean we're kind of known for that, and it's kind of how we're always been doing things. It's like we're kind of obsessed with the rollouts and trying to sort of find a weakness in the rollout, or try to choose sort of, I mean we have our set of rollouts that we do, but sometimes I look at whatever they are doing, and then maybe let's say, okay, let's focus on these rollouts against this team because they are sort of man marking a lot, or they're doing this and that, right? So yeah, I go through the videos. I can find the matches that are most recent and try to see how they are running their rollouts, and try to sort of do a small write-up for the team, where I say, okay, this is like, if they focus on stacking, for example, then I'm going to go and do a little bit more brawling, and if they're passing more, then I tell my teammates to try to man mark them a little better and stuff like that. So yeah, that's about it.
Before the Cup started, who were you most concerned about as an opponent, and did any team or player surprise you?
I would say we were probably most concerned about Clockwork, because they were a new formed team, but we know all the players are good, like they're strong players individually. So, and still in this game, you could basically if you take good players and throw them into a team, then that's going to be a pretty strong team, like right off the bat. That's sort of the team that we were most concerned about, definitely. And I would say also we were a bit worried about Exploited, because they replaced Galti with Sir Dominic, which was in my team last season, and was still, like, to my knowledge, in my opinion, one of the most underrated like players in Europe still, especially like solo stuff, like, yeah, just sort of the ability to come into a situation and come out winning, even though you were in a really sticky spot. Like, so yeah, it was definitely like concerned about that for sure. Other than that, I think that the teams we played, the other teams quite a lot, so we kind of knew what they were capable of. So yeah.
Your team went undefeated throughout this Challenger Cup. Was there ever a point you thought that your team might lose?
Actually in the very first game, because like coming into the Challenger Cup, I think we expected to win against one team, and we were sort of thinking we would probably also win 2 matches. But then I think winning 3 matches, I think we were like, okay, that's probably the best possible outcome. That's going to be, winning 3 matches. So that's like that would be a win, basically, I think, because I also thought that it was going to be very even. So I thought even losing 2 matches would still maybe give us a chance to advance. But yeah, and we still, like, even the first match we had to struggle a little bit. Like, it wasn't easy by any means. So I think right then and there, it's like I was like still like, okay, yeah, this is gonna turn out as I thought. Like, we might win this one, but we probably won't win more than two matches, like max 3.
You've already played your first match in the Master Tier. How are you feeling about your second matchup in the Master Tier this weekend?
I'm feeling good about it. I think we have a good chance of winning that one, I would say. It's hard to tell. Like, Quackheads is one of those teams that's like, yeah, the most amount of players that have sort of stuck together for a long time. It's been years. So they're definitely, they are very, very well gelled together as a team. So yeah, and they're also very strong on the brawling, and have a very, very good goalkeeper. So have to watch out for that.